Well, let's keep it going for the Royals. Come on, let's hear it for the Royals. And the guy with the ottoman. Let's hear it for the guy with the ottoman. Wasn't that the most beautiful thing you ever saw? I'm referring to the cake. Are you guys having fun? Are you having fun, sir? Good, good, good. This is like old vaudeville, isn't it? I love it. The year was 1959. Good year. My parents were around back then. Of course, they had me. I was a mistake years later. But they were around back then. 1959, this kid, Chuck, he was a college kid. He was taking out his favorite girl, Karen. He finally got to go out with her. He goes over to meet the dad. Dad's sitting there, brings him in, says, Chuck, how you doing? Have a seat. Karen's getting ready. He says, where are you going to go with my daughter tonight? He says, well, I figure we go to a dinner and a movie. He says, you know what you guys should do? You guys should just go screw. So he said, what did you say? He said, yeah, you guys should just go screw. Karen loves to screw. She would screw all night if we let her. So Chuck perks up. He said, you want me and your daughter to go screw? He said, yeah, you're only young once. Just then Karen comes down the steps looking gorgeous. Chuck gets up, smiles. He said, you two have fun. Chuck said, we will. They leave the house. Dad goes back to watching TV. 20 minutes later, Karen comes barreling through the door. She said, God damn it, Daddy. How many times I got to tell you it's called a twist? See, the twist was a dance in 1950. No, this is a great job. I love doing this. Better than my first job. You know what my first job was? I was a lifeguard. First job I ever had. No, I wasn't a flotation device, sir. I was a lifeguard on the beach. I'm not lying. I'm on a lifeguard. And my buddy Anthony, he was the other lifeguard. Really handsome Italian kid. All the girls are going for him. I'm getting nothing. I said, oh, Anthony, what's wrong with me? I'm a good-looking guy. I think. He goes, you're not. But he goes, I said, I have a good personality. He said, yeah, you do, but it doesn't matter. He said, you got to do what I do. Put a potato down your bathing suit. I said, what? He said, I'm telling you, it works. So I did it. The next day, I put a potato on my bathing suit, went on the beach. Still, they're all going for him. I said, Anthony, now what am I doing wrong? He said, you got to put the potato in the front. I had an Idaho sticking out of my ass. I don't know what I'm doing. My nationality, my heritage, I'm Irish. We got any Irish people here tonight? Love the Irish. You're drunk as shit, aren't you? You got that right. I love it. I love it. Ever been to Ireland? Ireland's a great... One lady. Nope, never left Biloxi. Ireland's a great country. You get there, you just sit there and listen. That's all you do in the pubs. I'm in this one pub, there's a big, beautiful mirror behind it, and there's two guys next to me, and I just hear the one guy say, I swear to God, Sean, there's a guy across the bar, looks exactly like you. The other guy says, Kevin, you're right, and the other guy looks exactly like you. He says, I want him for later, I'll go over and buy him a drink. He goes to get up, his friend pulls me, and he says, sit down, he's coming over to buy you one. Go to another pub, I'm sitting there, I'm listening to these two guys, they're talking. One guy says, you look familiar, what's your last name? He said, O'Malley. He said, it's my last name, O'Malley. He said, where you from? He said, Dublin. He said, that's where I'm from, Dublin. He said, what's your birthday? He said, April 7th. He said, it's my birthday, April 7th. I said to the bartender, what's going on? He said, that's the O'Malley twins and they're drunk again. I love the Irish people, but you know what my favorite food is? The Italians. Where's my Italian ladies? Where you at? Love the Italian food. You Italian, man? No? Why the hell's your hand up? Oh, you just itching. Okay. No, I love the Italian food. Italian food, my buddy Anthony, like I said, he just got married like a couple weeks ago. I went to the wedding. Big, beautiful, on a beach house. This is where his in-laws were living, and that's where we stayed. And his wife's gorgeous, Maria, her name. She's right off the boat from Italy. We go back to the house after the reception. It's midnight. The mom goes in there. She starts cooking. She's stirring gravy. She has meatballs. She has sausage. It's midnight. We just ate. I wasn't going to argue, but... So all of a sudden, Maria, his wife, goes upstairs, and he follows. I said, that's nice. They're going to consummate the wedding night, and I'm going to eat. So they're sitting up there. All of a sudden, we hear a big scream. Maria comes running downstairs and says, Mama, Mama, it's awful. Anthony took his shirt off. He's got a hair all over his chest. It's disgusting. I can't do it. She said, Maria, the more hair, the better the man. You go upstairs, you have fun, huh? She goes back upstairs. Mom's stirring the gravy. All of a sudden, we hear another scream. She comes running down and says, Mama, Mama, it's awful. Anthony's got hair all over his leg. He took his pants off. It's too disgusting. I can't do it. I'm leaving. She said, Maria, it's your wedding night. You're just nervous. Go upstairs, have fun, huh? I got to make this. So she goes back upstairs. 2 minutes go by. She goes up there. He's got both shoes off. He's missing his big toe on his right foot. Now she really screams. She comes running downstairs. Mama, it's awful. Anthony's got 1.5 feet. Mama said, you started gravy. This is my job. They don't make mothers like that no more. Where are my Italian women again? Where you at? Loving the Italian women. I love the women in Biloxi in general. You guys are great. All natural. You're beautiful. No work done. Everyone's getting like breast lift, ass lifts now. It's crazy, right? My neighbor, she complains about her breasts all the time to her husband. Her husband finally got fed up. He said, look, I didn't marry your breasts, your belly button, your toenails. I love you the way you are. She said, well, hon, I don't feel like a woman. He said, they go to the doctor. She went to Dr. Schwartz. He said, it's not silly. You look terrible. You look like a little skinny boy. The muscles in their legs developing, sucking that chest. Do this exercise for me. Mary had a little lamb. His fleece is white as snow. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. This silhouette exercise, hold your breast, stretch your arms, your muscles will plop out. You're going to look beautiful. Do it as many times a day as you can. You look great. So I like her out to eat at the restaurant. She said, hon, we'll do the exercise. The husband says, not in the restaurant, please. She said, look, so Mary had a little lamb. His fleece is white as snow. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. So a guy at the bar, like, you went to Dr. Schwartz. He said, how do you know? He said, 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 1 potato, 2 potato. Are you a 1 potato, 2 potato, sir? I can't even find 1 potato down there. Shit's there. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's in the back of my pants. How the hell do you know where the hell? Were you in my room when I was getting dressed? You're beautiful. I'm going to ask my mom to get sleep over. We'll have a hell of a time in there. It's like a seek and find, but once you find it, it's fun as shit. I'm going to tell you right now. What's your name, dear? Sabrina. Are you single? Yeah? Well, that's all right. Do you like fat guys? The guy next to her was like, yeah, she does. I've seen some of the people she dated. No, this is great. This is fun. Like I said, I wasn't much of a student. I went to Catholic school. I had the nuns. Anyone have the nuns? They used to beat the living shit out of you. Remember the nuns? I had a nun, Sister Joanne. I swore she was in the mob. She used to keep me in for recess because I wasn't good at math. She'd try to teach me math. She had a big bowl of spaghetti and meatballs trying to teach me math. Like I was paying attention. I looked like a dog waiting for a treat. She said, Chris, we'll do a little meatball math. If I give you 3 meatballs, I give you 2 more. How many do you have? I said, none. She said, you don't know your math. I said, you don't know my appetite, sister. Then 5th grade, we had the nun come in. She said, I'm sick of you guys not knowing your history or geography. So every Friday I'm coming in, I'm going to ask you a question. Whoever gets that question right doesn't have to go on Monday, get a long weekend. We all perked up, all excited. Who's the first president of the United States? No one knew. We were in a bright class, folks. She said, all right, well, see you on Monday. You better study for your question next week. I studied all week. First president of the United States, George Washington. First president of the United States, George Washington. Don't you know she had the nerve to change the question? I come in the next week. She wants a capital of Pennsylvania. Still no one knew. She goes, folks, you guys got to do something. I don't know what's happening. I was so mad. I went home. I got 2 marbles. I painted them black. I go in that next Friday. Just she's about to ask a question. I take the marbles. I throw them up against the blackboard. She said, who's a comedian with the 2 black balls? I said, Eddie Murphy. I'll see you on Tuesday, sister. I didn't last in that school. But even I started working in schools. We have a lot of odd jobs and do this, work in schools and stuff. So I worked in schools, and the kids today are so funny. This one little kid, I'll never forget, his name was Louie. He was a great, great kid. But he was always in trouble. He never knew what he was going to say. He was bad at math. I remember we're sitting there, and the teacher goes, Louie, I need to talk to you for a minute. You're not doing good in math, so I want a little problem for you. Louie says, all right. He says, look, you have 3 blackbirds on a fence, you shoot one off. How many do you have left? And Louie says, well, none, because if you shoot the one will die, and the other 2 will fly away. She says, well, really, Louie, I was looking for 2. You shoot one off, there'll be 2 left, but I like the way you think. So Louie said, all right, I got a question for you, Teach. Teacher says, okay. She says, if there's 3 ladies sitting on a park bench eating ice cream, one of them bites it off the top, one of them sucks it down to the cone, and the other licks around the side, which one's married? When the teacher got real red in the face, she went, I guess the one that sucks it down to the cone. He said, actually, the one with the wedding ring, but I like the way you think, Teach. Folks, before we go any further, first of all, you're a great audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're a great audience. Before we go any further, we have any veterans in the house tonight? If you're a veteran, please stand up for us. Please stand up if you're a veteran. Give all our veterans a very nice round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for all you do to allow us the freedom to come up here and entertain you. We love you and we thank you. You're real heroes. How about the USO? You guys remember the USO back in the day when Bob Hope used to tour and do the USO shows? Well, right now I'm going to take you to a USO show you guys wish you saw. Check this.